Real class. This program is brought to you by City Government of Addis Ababa Education Bureau in collaboration with Addis Media Network. It is prepared by Abdullah Govana. Students, before we start today's topic, please tell what you learned in the previous class to your parents. Students' parents, please help them. Good. Students, in the previous class, we learned about adverbs of frequency. Adverbs of frequency answered the question, how often, okay? Yes. And that's how we talked about time expressions, which are used in adverbs of frequency, okay? Just like always, usually, sometimes, often, rarely, never, every day, every week, once a month, once a year, and so forth, okay? Good. And also we talked about their position, okay? If the time expression is one word expression, that it can be used between the subject and the verb. For example, he always go to school. The subject is he, always is adverbs, and go is verb, okay? And also here, one word time expression can be used as a beginning of the sentence, except never, okay? When we're using at the beginning of the sentence, that's just for the matter of what? Emphasis. Unless the word or time expressions, which are more than one word, can be used as the end of the sentence, and also as the beginning of the sentence. Every day I go to school, and also you can say, I go to school every day, okay? Nice students. Let's go to today's topic. Our today's topic is just comparative adjective and superlative degrees of two or more syllables. Okay, students. In the previous class, we talked about degrees of comparison. We classified them into three: positive, comparative, and superlative. And also we talked that about monosyllabic, okay? Monosyllabic means one syllable words. Just like tall, taller, tallest, small, smaller, smallest, big, bigger, biggest. These are what? Monosyllabic, comparative and superlative words. Is it clear? But today, we're going to talk about two or more syllable words. Before we go to the word which is more than two syllables, let's say something about two syllable words. Two syllable. Words. In this sense, we are going to talk about two syllable words with text ER, R, or IER. In case of what? In case of comparative. In case of comparative, now we will say something about the words which take what? One, ER, IER, or R here. Is it clear? Good students, come on here. For example, the word heavy. When we say heavy, this word has one or two syllables. Do you know that? Please tell to your parents, your students' parents. Please help them, okay? Good students, I hope you did it. Nice. The word heavy has two syllables. Two syllables. These are Here and V. We have two syllables, okay? The first one is here, V. In such case, it takes what? ER, IER, or R. It ends in what? In Y sound. Y. So that should be replaced by E sound. Then you can add ER. Here's heavy. Its comparative form is heavier. Heavier. What about the word narrow? What about the word narrow? Students, here, the word narrow has two syllables. The first one is narrow. Narrow. So it has two syllables. And it takes what? Narrower. Narrower. Here is IER. Here is ER. The word heavier and narrower are used to compare two persons, two things, or two animals. Okay? Because they are comparative, okay? We are comparing two persons, two animals, or two things. Is it clear? Good. What about the word early here? What about the word early? Students, look, the word early has two syllables. The first one is early. Early. Okay? It takes IER. Earlier. Earlier can be used here. Nice students. I hope it's clear. Good. So, some comparative adjectives of two syllables takes what? ER, R, or IER. Is it clear? I hope I'm clear. Good student. Okay, now let me write a sentence using these words. We're going to compare two or more, we're going to compare two people, two animals, or two persons, or maybe two objects. Here, I am earlier than you. I'm earlier than you. In this sentence, which one is comparative adjective? Yes? Earlier. Because we are comparative, or maybe I'm comparing I, myself, and you, okay? So, here is one person, here is you. So, I'm earlier than you. Normally, the comparative adjectives followed by than. Bury your mind, don't forget, okay? Than. Another one. My class is narrower than yours. Come on, students. Here is the word narrower. Then it is followed by than. Is it clear? Because here, my class and your class just are two classes. We are comparing their size, okay? So this one is narrower than yours. Is it clear? Nice, yeah? When we say mobile is heavier than pen. Mobile is heavier than pen. When we compare them, really the mobile is heavier than pen. I hope you got it. So here it is followed by than, because we are talking about comparative adjective, okay? The word heavier is an adjective. Is clear? Good students. So adverbs of two syllable can be followed or maybe can be used with IER, ER, and also R. This I just replace Y sound. Y sound. Because the sound itself is Y. When we say we're calling E sound, okay? That's the reason why I replace E here. Is this okay? Good student. Now I'm going to give you an activity which should be done within 1 minute. Okay, student? Activity 1. You have only 1 minute to do it. Okay? Here's the instruction. Write the word in bracket correctly. Question number 1. Her house is blank, in the bracket the word narrow than my house. Number 2. My brother is, in the bracket here, early than mine. Number 3. The shoes are, in the bracket heavy, than mobile. Than is here. Than. Okay, students. Do this activity within 1 minute. You have to put the words in bracket in the space provided. Good student. I hope you did it. Nice. Nice student. Bravo. Her house is blank than my house. Here we're talking about what? We're talking about comparative adjective. Because the word here, than, is indicator of comparative. So we have to add what? This one is two syllable words. So we have to add here narrower. Narrower. If you say like this, you're right. If not, please try your best. My brother is blank, early than mine. So, here, what makes it different from this one is, here's the word, the sound ye. The sound ye. So, my brother is earlier. we have to put E instead of ye. Then we can add here. The shoes are blank heavy than mobile. The shoes are, here is also ye sound. So we have to add I instead of ye, then put er. I hope you did well. Good. If you did like this, really you are fantastic. If not, please try your best. Never give up. Nice student. Good. Now I'm going to give the chance to say something about comparative adjective, comparative and superlative. With two. With two syllables. With two syllables. In this sense, what makes it different is that we're going to talk about the adjectives we take more or less. In case of superlative, most or, yes, least. The first one just is about two-syllable adjective with text er, ier, or r. But this one is still two-syllable. They take what? More or less. Most or least. For example, the word, when we say the word humid, students, can we say humider? We cannot say. Okay? So we have to say what? More humid. More humid. Or we can say less humid. Nice students. Another one is just about most or least, but superlative adjective. Superlative adjectives are used to compare more than two things, more than two animals, and also more than two persons. Is it clear? So come on here. We have to say humid. Can we say most or humider? We have to say most. Most humid. Or we can say least humid. You know, most means just as many in number, in amount maybe. Least means very least, very small number, okay? Good. What about the word foggy? When we say foggy, can we say foggy? We cannot say foggy. So we have to say what? More foggy. More foggy. Or we can say less foggy. In the sense of what? Comparative. What about superlative? We have to say most foggy. Most foggy. Or maybe you can say least foggy. Not only that, and also we can say rainy. Rainy. Here when we write the word rainy here, rainy, students, can we say rainier? Can we say rainiest? No, it's completely wrong. So we have to say what? More rainy. More rainy. Or in the sense of superlative, we have to say what? Most. Most rainy. Most rainy. What about if it is less? We can say less rainy. Okay? And that's what we can say here, least rainy. Student, is it clear? So, comparative and superlative adjectives of two syllables can be used with er, IER, and er. And also it can be used with more, most, and also less or least. Good, I hope it's clear, eh? Nice. So let me give you an activity, which should be done within 1 minute. Ready? Nice student. Come on here. Activity 2. Activity 2. Today is here. Here we are going to underline, maybe you can write here on the space provided. Today is rainy than yesterday. Students, you can write the word rainy on the space provided using comparative adjective. Okay? More or less can be used. You can use here more or less. Number 2. Another one is here. It is, in the bracket here, the word sunny than, it is sunny than I expect. Students, so you can put less or more here. Students' parents, please help them. Okay, nice. I hope you did it. Nice. Very good. Come on here. Today is, can we say today is rainier? We cannot say. So we have to say what? More or less. It depends. If there is more rain, you can say more rainy. Or if it is less, you can say less rainy, okay? It depends. So you can use just based on the condition that you are in. Question number 2. It is blank, sunny than I expect. It is blank, sunny than I expect. Hello, students. Here, when we say it is sunny, can we say sunnier or sunniest? We cannot say. So we have to add here the word more or less. But we cannot use both of them within a given time. Within one time, we cannot use both. When we say more, it's enough. When you say less, it's enough. So that it depends. Okay? So here the word than, and here is the word than, is the indicator of comparative adjective. Nice students. What about if it is? About most and least. Most or least. Now you are going to put most or least on the space provided based on the given instruction. Okay? It depends. If it is rainy, you can say most. if it is more rain, okay? If it is very small rain, you can say least. For example, case number 1, today is the blank rainy, of all day, or maybe you can say all days. Number 2, yesterday was the bracket here, yesterday was the sunny. I ever seen. Okay, so which one is the proper word for the first one? Students, please think about the condition of the weather condition around you. Hello? Students, if the weather condition around you is just very rainy, if it is very raining, you can say what? Most. If you think that it is little, you can say what? Least, or maybe because there is a small rain. Good? Yesterday was the blank. The most or least. We can say here the most. Or maybe the least can be said, it depends on the condition. The most sunny I ever seen. Just I'm comparing with the day I maybe experienced it and with the days I'm just talking about. Good student, that's all about this point. Come on, let's go to the next point about comparative and superlative. Degree with 3 or more sea level. 3 or more sea level adjectives. Okay, students, something which could be in your mind is that here, all comparative and superlative of more than 2 sea level should be used with in comparative forms here. They say this one is positive. This one is comparative. Superlative here. Superlative. Okay. Comparative here. Comparative. So here, when we say positive, comparative, and superlative, for example, the word attractive. The word beautiful. Popular. Important. Okay, come on, students. Here, these are more than 2 syllables. For example, the word attractive. When we say here the word attractive, just how many syllables are there? Attractive. How many syllables are there? There are 3. Attractive. Attractive. So, all 3 or more syllable words or adjectives are used with more or less. Another, in the sense of superlative, we have to use most or least. Attractive, we have to say more or less attractive. What about here? Most or least attractive. Okay, students. Please, students, do the left one, just as I did here. You have only 1 minute. Students' parents, please help them. Here, this one is the word popular. Do it. Okay, fantastic. I hope you did it. Students, parent, by the way, are you helping your student or your child? Is good. Come on. So beautiful. Yes? More or less? Nice student. More or less beautiful? More or less beautiful. What about here? Most or least beautiful. Nice. What about the word popular? By the way, how many syllables are there in the word beautiful? There are 3, okay? Beautiful. What about the word popular? Popular. 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 There are 3. So we have to say what? More or less popular. Nice student. What about its superlative form? Most or least popular. Exactly. Definitely you're right if you did like this. What about important? How many syllables are there in the word important? Important. Important. Okay? So we have to say more or less important. Am I right? Sure, I'm right, yeah? Good. What about the superlative form? Most or least important. Okay, thank you, student. I hope you did all. Nice. So, here, as we said, all 3 or maybe more syllable adjectives are used with in the sense of comparative, more or less. In case of superlative, most or least. Don't forget, please. Put in your mind if you're comparing 2 persons, 2 things, or 2 animals, just we have to use comparative. If you're using more than 2, or maybe if you're using more than 2 persons, 2 animal, or 2 things, we have to use superlative adjective. Is it clear? Nice students. So, Beza, do you know about it is plus adjective? It is plus verb ing. Let's say something about weather condition. For example, today is, you can say here, today is sunny. Okay? The word today here is, it can be replaced with the word it. It is here. It is sunny. So in the word sunny is adjective. What about it plus verb ing? Let's say now it's raining. It's raining, so maybe we can say what? It is raining. It is raining right now. It's raining right now. At the time of speaking, if something is happening, we can say it is plus verb ing. It is blowing. It's blowing. We can say, okay? It is freezing. Is it clear? I hope you get me. Get a student. So we can use also it is plus. It is plus a plus adjective can be used. Here we can say, when we say adjective, we mean that morning, afternoon, and so forth. It is a sunny day. It is a sunny day. It is a rainy day. Okay, student. By the way, we cannot say here, it is a sun day. Can we say this one? It's completely wrong. Because this one is sun. So that should be adjective. We cannot say it is rain day. We cannot say. Because we have to say what? Rainy day. Rainy day. Is it clear? So it is a rainy here. This should be Y. Is it clear? Good students. So, as you said, today we talked about comparative and superlative adjectives with 2 and more syllables. I hope everything is clear. Isn't it? Good. Students, please read more and try your best. Never give up. Thank you. See you.